In the words of our first national hero, the Right Excellent Marcus Garvey, with confidence you have won before you have started. It's a strong reminder of our heritage as a resilient people. We continue to honor the remarkable legacy of our national heroes this week as we seek to carve out our individual destinies and impact the development of the nation. Welcome to this Wednesday edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Theodore Henry. Let's discover the latest happenings in Jamaica up next in the news. Stay with us.
Good day, I'm Adrian Atkinson and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, October 18, 2023. The homes of approximately 40 families in the Unity Heights community in Clarendon will be wired for electricity by the start of next year. This will be accomplished through the Rural Electrification Program, REP, administered by the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JIS. Energy Minister Darrell Vaz says funding has already been authorized and the work will be done in 2 phases. Government will also provide grant funding to the families to assist with the process.
In essence, the 40 householders here, and of course in all other REP programs, basically get a grant. That grant is valued at about $110,000. That's what it costs to wire properly a house to the JPS specifications.
Minister Vaz says once wiring has started, the process should take approximately 8 weeks to be completed.
Persons who benefit from this will be required to connect to JPS. There will be no exceptions and it will be zero tolerance.
Minister Vaz was in Clarendon and Manchester recently as part of his island-wide rural electrification tour. He says infrastructure work such as the changing of poles, new wiring and transformers and rewiring another 90 to 100 households will be given priority in the next fiscal budget year. The Ministry of Sport will be pumping $12.6 million into 14 clubs in the Ray and Nephew National Premier League. The announcement was made by Portfolio Minister Olivia Grange in a press release on Tuesday. She says funds will be given in monthly subventions of $150,000 from November 2023 to April 2024. Payments will be made through the Sports Development Foundation, SDF, to assist with games until the end of the Premier League season in April. Minister Grange says this support from the government will not only assist the Premier League, but is also in the interest of Jamaica's football in general to produce players for the national program in a timely fashion. Food vendors from Crab Circle have welcomed a training program on proper food handling and preparation. The sessions will cover a range of matters concerning professionalism and health and safety procedures for operating within food facilities. The 5-day program began on Tuesday and is being undertaken by the Heart NSTA Trust at its Duke Street Training Center. It's a partnership by the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, the Public Health Department and the Social Development Commission, SDC.
They'll be doing a program that is called Small Food Facility Operations. And basically that program covers the occupational health and safety. It covers food hygiene, it covers customer service, it covers preparing food, and just to train them to professionally and hygienically prepare and serve foods.
The vendors are also to receive training from the Public Health Authority at Moresco Road and then assessed for food handlers permits. Marsha, a vendor at Crab Circle, says the expectation is very high among the participants.
One thing leads to something wonderful. You understand me? So we are happy all over and we're just looking forward to the future.
Mayor of Kingston, Senator Delroy Williams, says approximately 11 vendors were there on day 1 and the objective of the program is to improve small food operations.
There is the culmination of the training on Saturday where they will do a practical. For the municipality, I believe that this is a good day and this is a game changer because we intend for the outtrust to expand the training beyond the Crab Circle vendors.
The mayor adds that there are plans to include street food vendors in Harbourview and Red Hills Road. Phase 2 of the Desmond Mackenzie Transitional Center for the Homeless in downtown Kingston is to be completed by January 2024. The addition will increase the facility's occupancy from 40 to 100 individuals. It's part of the government's drive to provide resources and infrastructure to improve the quality of life for Jamaica's homeless population. Local Government Minister Desmond Mackenzie, along with officials from the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, toured the facility following a ceremony to commemorate the observance of World Homeless Day. Mr. Mackenzie highlighted that similar facilities were being built across the island.
We're building more, not just in the corporate here, but we're building more across the island to take care of persons who find themselves in difficult times. So I want to give you the assurance of the government of Prime Minister Andrew Holness that we will do everything in our power to maintain your dignity and your pride and treat you in the way in which you are to be treated.
The center, which is open 24 hours, serves as a shelter and rehabilitative service point. It provides protection, specialized care, and aids in the holistic renewal of clients. And finally, the Ministry of Labour and Social Security says a process to gather feedback from beneficiaries of the Programme of Advancement through Health and Education PATH has been progressing smoothly. The data collection is part of an island-wide public consultation being undertaken to revamp the PATH programme. Feedback is also being gathered from the various parish staff. Portfolio Minister Pernell Charles Jr. says this will help determine the appropriate adjustments needed to strengthen and enhance the criteria and evaluation procedures for selecting beneficiaries. He was speaking at a JIS think tank session recently.
We've started there and we will move now into phase 2, which will include expanding the communication to communities through town halls, and other stakeholder engagements.
Members of the public can contact the ministry via its social media platforms or by email. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thank you so much for watching.
Do your part to prevent mosquito breeding. Mosquitoes will breed in any container that holds water.
Tightly cover water storage containers such as drums, barrels, buckets and tanks. If this cannot be done, pour cooking oil on the water surface. Punch holes in all tins, plastics and beverage boxes to prevent the collection of water before disposal. Cover all tires or fill with dirt to prevent water collection. Scrub all vases once per week to remove mosquito eggs. Use mosquito repellents to protect yourself from mosquito bites. Dispose of garbage properly by placing in plastic bags and securing properly to prevent water collection.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The government's efforts to improve social services that effectively support the needs of all citizens is a long-term commitment. Find out more about the work to combat one issue that affects sustainable development for the country.
Homelessness is a pressing issue that affects communities worldwide. The realities faced by individuals and families are complex, with varying factors contributing to the crisis. The homeless population in Jamaica is approximately 2,000 persons, and efforts are being made by the government to provide essential support and create lasting solutions. This is being carried out by the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development through the Poor Relief Department. Targeted support services to the homeless include night shelters and drop-in centers located across the island.
So at the Poor Relief Department, we serve the persons who are those that are considered to be the most vulnerable of the society, and by that I mean persons who are without a means of subsistence, persons who cannot afford to take care of themselves financially. They are not able to provide a roof over their head. They are not able to provide shelter. They are not able to provide their own medication.
On a daily basis, we serve up to 35, 40 persons. We have more males coming in than females, so you will find maybe about 25 males for the day. They are able to get breakfast, lunch, and of course supper. They're able to take a bath, change their clothing, and of course we have recreational activities also for the days.
Presently, we have about 45 persons on the homeless program in the Port Antonio area district. In the town of Port Antonio, they have different areas that we can find them. We call those areas hotspots. And we also service Buff Bay street persons.
We have street feeding as well. So you'll have the poor relief officers who will go out on the streets and they will look for the persons there, because sometimes you will find them in a little corner. Sometimes you will find them at the bus park. So they will go out, give them a meal, a word of encouragement for the day.
Also, in collaboration with the health center, once per week, personnel from the health center visits the rehab center where they medicate residents and give medical checkups.
There are 11 drop-in centers across the island, and persons can simply walk in to access the services. As for night shelters, there are 2 in Kingston: the Marie Atkins Night Shelter and the Desmond Mackenzie Transitional Center for the Homeless. You can also find night shelters in Outer Rios, Falmouth, Westmoreland, St. James, and Manchester. These facilities offer meals and nightly accommodations to persons in need. Work is being done to increase the number of these facilities.
So the shelter is going to be for anybody who is on the street. So once you're on the street and you need a place to stay for the night, you can come in.
That is something that we are looking forward to, in that we would have more facilities. We would be better able to serve these people that we really are responsible for, because now with the drop-in center we'll be able to provide more facilities for them. We probably at some point will be able to have a social worker coming in. At some point we'll be able to have a doctor.
To foster encouragement, hope, and a sense of belonging, homeless persons who use the facilities are engaged in different activities.
We have 3 days for the week that we have specifically for recreational activities. On a Monday, it is educational day. So persons must come in and learn something, whether it's a word or anything that is educational. On a Monday, they will learn that. On a Wednesday, it is games day. We have where they play dominoes, football, any form of games. We have persons on the outside who will come in, like Moon Palace Foundation, Sandals, and will also play games with them. So this will make them feel like they are still a part of society.
The need for skills training is essential to the process.
So we are hoping that Hard Trust can come on board with us and at least try to help some of them, in skills area. We're also hoping that maybe some retired teachers or so can come in, and because quite a bit of them, they need a little bit more.
Key to the rehabilitation and integration of homeless persons is transitional facilities.
Welcome to the Desmond Mackenzie Transitional Center for the Homeless.
There are currently 5 facilities that offer structured rehabilitation services located in Kingston, Portland, St. James, and Manchester. These places help individuals to develop skills and coping mechanisms to allow for reintegration into society.
These individuals, they are socially assessed at the facility, and then we take them to a public health facility for them to be medically assessed. They can gain admission to this facility after an assessment is done, and also based on availability of space. In our assessments, our poor leave officers go out and do investigation based on the information presented to us. Whenever we assess the clients, we then create a unique case plan, treatment plan for these individuals. We try to get these individuals to set goals, and when they set these goals, we monitor them. We assist them, we liaison with other agencies, other stakeholders. Looking at the whole person, we will know whether or not these persons are educated, if they need training, what it is that we need to do for them. Persons who are already certified, then we log into the job markets and we get them the interview. We cannot get them the job, so what we will do is get them the interview, provide coaching for these individuals, and majority of them, I would say almost all cases, when they go, they nail the interview. Once they secure the employment, we encourage saving and working towards the ultimate goal, which is independent living and reintegration back into society.
Transitional facilities are 24-hour operations that house individuals for up to 2 years.
We try to make them feel comfortable and at home. We are involved with them, as in we play games, we partake in other social activities, we read to these individuals, we sing with them, and we watch television, current affairs, we have regular discussions so as to let them feel like this is a family and this is somewhere that even though you fell on hard times and your circumstances made you end up on the road, it's not the end for you, but there is still hope. So this facility basically restores hope for the homeless individuals, the homeless population.
The resilience of night shelters and the welcoming embrace of drop-in and transitional centers, supported by the government's vision and dedication, exemplify a testament to our collective responsibility, providing solace, warmth, and a glimmer of hope to those in need, ensuring that no one faces the darkness of homelessness alone.
It's time again for the JIS Heritage Poster Competition. Are you a secondary level student? Design a digitally or illustrated poster on the theme Echoes of Freedom, tracing Jamaica's path from colonialism to republic. Let's see your best design. Lots of prizes to be won. Visit jis.gov.jm for competition guidelines. Registration is now open and closes October 31. The JIS Heritage Poster Competition 2023. Enter today.
The merger of education and technology is rapidly driving the evolution of the digital economy. Let's learn more about this mission.
In the midst of a global technological revolution, the fourth industrial revolution, that is transforming the way we access information, communicate, learn, and even play.
The COVID-19 pandemic quickly demonstrated why the need to integrate technology in education is a vital part of teaching and learning. But this should not be done exclusively as a crisis management tool, because technology is now an indispensable part of modern life. The Jamaican government understands and is moving in alignment with that idea.
Technology will remain a permanent part of the education system. We will still have all the technology that you are used to in the virtual space. It will still be available.
The World Economic Forum, in its Future of Jobs report, estimated that by 2025, 85 million jobs may be displaced by technology. However, the report also estimates that 97 million new jobs will emerge that are more adapted to the new division of labor between humans, machines, and algorithms.
Technology is the future, and the future is digital. It simply means that using technology in the classroom will help to prepare our children to become more competitive applicants for future job markets. By incorporating devices such as interactive smartboards, using smart computer labs or apps such as Google Classroom into the daily teaching and learning environment, students are better prepared for the digital marketplace.
While we work to address the learning loss from the pandemic, we are concurrently embarking on a systemic transformation of our education system to address three fundamental issues. The first is the quality of education and alignment with future job markets.
The walls of the classrooms are no longer barriers to collaborative work, as technology is facilitating new ways of communicating and working together. Where interaction was once limited to those in physical proximity, now technology is facilitating students in one class being able to easily share information with teachers and their peers in other locations near and far. Even for work outside class, students can collaborate on group projects using technology-based tools and applications, allowing for easier peer interaction and engagement.
We are in the era of artificial intelligence, virtual and augmented reality. This revolution is transforming the way children and young people access information.
It's now easy for students and teachers to access a vast amount of information, from books to research papers to videos, available through just a click on the internet. Opportunities too for formal learning are available online, giving people the chance to participate in and complete traditional degree programs at institutions even in other countries. With the ease at which people can now access education, it therefore means that learning too can be accelerated and students can explore new subjects and deepen their understanding of difficult concepts. With the global reach of the internet, a new epoch of anytime, anywhere is emerging for the education field. The use of technology in education could very well mean that learning no longer has to be confined to regular firm school hours. Simply put, engage in your lessons at times most convenient to you. The education sector, like many others, has become deeply intertwined with technology. But the promise of greater development rests in what educators, students, and even technological developers do to support learning and teaching needs. Well, for us here in Jamaica,
This government is transforming our education system and sowing seeds for peace, opportunity, and
our waste stream right now is contaminated with this clear and present danger called e-waste. It is important to note that while we enjoy these gadgets, whether it be the circuit board, the switches, the batteries, they are laden with hazardous material. Now, when we throw this e-waste out with the regular garbage, the chances of it being broken is very, very high. We don't want that with our children, whether adults or children, we don't want those things in our environment. Also, we want to communicate the address for our regional offices where you can take your e-waste, where MPM is at 232 Spanish Town Road. That's 232 Spanish Town Road in Kingston. The WPM offices is at the Commercial Center in Freeport, Unit 1A. There's a commercial center, the LOJ Commercial Center in Freeport, St. James, Unit 1A. That's where you find the WPM office. NEPM Waste Management Office is at 2 Stormont Road, is New Buckfield, Ocho Rios. That NEPM is at 2 Stormont Road, and that is in Old Buckfield, New Buckfield, Ocho Rios. And the SPM office is 4A Mandeville Plaza, Mandeville, Manchester. So if you have your e-waste, you can go to either of these locations and you can drop them off, and they will be temporarily stored until we can retrieve them to take them to Kingston.
Child diversion in the Ministry of Justice is just our way of diverting children who are considered to be troubled, wayward, or children who just come into contact with the justice system. There are a few misconceptions about the program. One is that it's only bad children or children who always misbehave that come to the child diversion program. The program is here for children who make mistakes, as they will do because they are children. The other misconception is that once they are referred to the program, we are going to take the children away. That is not the plan of the program. In the best interest of the child, we try to ensure that they are around their family or the guardian that can support them to be rehabilitated. So they come to the program and they stay at home. As a matter of fact, most of them that come to the program don't end up at a facility for children. They stay at home and they complete the program there, and they continue with school and everything that they would do. If you know of children who have come into conflict with the law, one way or the other, consider child diversion as an option.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We would love to hear from you. So reach out via email at jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. You can also find more content like this on our website at jis.gov.jm. Join us again tomorrow for another informative edition of Jamaica Magazine. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Theodore Henry. Walk good.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.